Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It's Kevin calling you all on a Sunday to have a bit of a Sunday wrap about what's going on, especially in the provincial rugby yesterday. We do have our normal show, but hey, it's Sunday. Grab a drink, gin or a beer. We'll try and keep you updated with what's happening on MPC. A couple of games on at the moment. North Harbour playing Canterbury and Southland taking on Waikato. Currently, North Harbour are leading Canterbury by 21-12 and Waikato 14-7 in the first half. So, hey, bit of fun. I'll bring on a guy that was giving me false information yesterday, and that would be young Mike. Mike, good morning or good afternoon. Bloody daylight saving. Don't you hate it?
G'day, Rams. How you going, mate?
Oh, a bit jaded after yesterday's road trip to Masterton and back. I suppose I will just have to do a quick public announcement here. Quite a few times I had to go to the men's room like you do at a rugby game. And I had quite a few people saying, oh, what's the scores? No one's updating the tribe. The tribe's not updated. What the hell's going on? And I turned around and said, well, I'll tell you why it's not being updated, because I'm standing here talking to you, brother. So for those that missed out on the tribe scoring for the first time in, 2 years yesterday, apologies. But my phone wouldn't let me do updates like it used to, because I'm normally sitting in front of the computer here on a Saturday updating the scores as we go. But the good news was I was able to get the guys at Tribe the final scores, and I was able to get them up and showing them what was happening. And, of course, Mike sent me a wrong full-time score from South Canterbury versus East Coast. Cheers, Mike.
Yeah, I'll put my hand up for that. Yeah, no, sorry about that. Just as I was walking out of the ground in the 81st minute, the big lock, Anthony Amato crashed over for a try. So, yeah, I heard it as I was going out the gate, and my phone went flat, so I was in all sorts of strife.
Well, it's good to see a mid-Canterbury guy there celebrating the South Canterbury Green and Blacks. To me, that's like going up to Eden Park and cheering on Auckland. I don't know why you did it, but hey, good day out for you, I'm guessing. What was the new...
Sorry. No, carry on, you're right.
No, I was just going to say, what's the new Fraser Park look like?
Oh.
We do have video of it.
It's a really good ground. It's really well laid out. The pavilion on the other side has got ample seating, big tunnel down to the players' sheds and what have you. Banks at either end behind the posts, and it was a really good day. I got there about 1:30, so they were just doing the formalities and opening up the stadium with the Mayor Nigel Bowen and Gary Rooney, who's had a big part to play in it. So we sat around for about an hour. I listened to the Mid-Canterbury game on the radio while I was there, and we had a bite to eat. And very, very, very successful day for the South Canterbury Rugby Club. And I wasn't supporting Mid-Canterbury. I was actually going South Canterbury. I was actually going down there because I gave my word to Kahu Tamatea and Willie Waitoa, the coaches of Ngāti Porou, when I was at the pub having a quiet ale there and on Friday, and I said, I'll come down and support your boys. And it was good. It was a good game of rugby. But I'll give you the wrap on the game later.
Yeah, well, funny you should say that. Did they get a surprise when they went, bloody rabbit nose people everywhere, or?
But before they left and had some dinner, I shook his hand and I said, "Oh, that's from Rabs," and he likes his social media updates and follows you with interest. But it was good to meet them. They're very humble people, both Kahu and Willie, which I wouldn't expect nothing less from East Coast.
Yeah, no, they're good blokes, all right. And as I said, it's just a shame. Currently, I don't do work for them, but hey, you never know. Never burn a bridge is my motto in life, so we'll just we'll crack on with that. But anyhow, quickly say this is how the and free of stress. Fine thing to
I've
North
got someone
Harbour.
ringing me. I've got someone ringing me. I'll just exit out for a bit.
Are you there? Oh, I see. Okay, so anyway, that was how the weather's looking yesterday in where am I saying? Timaru. If you got any comments or you're watching this, give us a shout out. But this was yesterday. I was at this game, and these are just comments that were coming up on the live feed from Wairarapa Bush. It was a great game, this one. Both teams had a lot to play for. Wairarapa Bush had to win this to still stay in contention for Meads Cup and sorry, not Meads Cup, Lahore Cup. And well, put it this way, the Coast Boys they literally got off to a screamer. I'll just see if we can. I haven't got the timestamps here, but what we can do is I can literally click through to scoring highlights. Here was the first penalty to West Coast by Jacob Wakura Jones. It was not a bad kick from about 30 metres out, but that sent West Coast into an early lead of 3-0. If we come here, here was the first try yesterday by West Coast. Great rolling maul there. Troy Typhoid playing his 105th game, bursting through the pack there, setting it up. I mean, Memorial Park is still the only first-class artificial turf ground in New Zealand, so it always has great conditions. The weather was fine. There was no wind or anything like that. As I said, these comments coming up from the broadcast yesterday via Wairarapa TV. But over goes the number 8 for Bush, I think it was. Yeah. So there we go. So that was 8-0 to the men in red and white. So it was like, okay, what? Oh, this is not looking good. So they got the conversion over. It was still going on. Here we go. I'll just see if I can flick through. This has got to be, don't forget, it's a Sunday. I'm having a drink. So we do have a comment. Who have I got? Benji, up the Strom. Up the Strom? Don't get it. If I can flick through to these highlights here, they should come through. Oh, there we go. Oopsie daisy. I think this is where West Coast got their second try of the match. And of course, while we're just waiting for that to pop up, I can tell you that it is half time in Albany at the moment. And it's 29-19 to North Harbour, NPC. And also it's 14-all Southland versus Waikato. But this was a great burst through the centres here by West Coast. They were looking really slick. Caught up with the lads before the game from West Coast. It was awesome to catch up with them. Amon Rimini. Do you want to jump on, Marcus? I can send you a link. You can tell us how you guys went in the NPC yesterday. I'm literally just having a drink and yeah. If you want to jump on, I can send you the link. Would you like that, sir? Where are we? I'll just see if I can. Oh no, where are we? Messenger. No, not having any luck here. Go on, I'd love to. All right, I'll see if I can send you the link. Hang on, give me a tick. Copy. Marcus. Okay, Marcus, I've just sent you a link. But this was the conversion by Jacob Wakeri. This would take it out to 17-0 for West Coast. Welcome back. We're just watching a conversion here. We might have another partner in crime joining us in a moment if he follows his nose and clicks the links. But that's 17-0 now to West Coast over Bush. And if we come down to here, as you can see, it was still 0-0 in that South Canterbury game. You could possibly tell the audience who may not have seen the kickoff from what I did, actually, because I actually only just kicked off. If I bring this up, people, there is a special moment here. And what is that special moment at the kickoff, Mike?
Yeah, the legendary referee Colin Hawke was given the opportunity by the South Canterbury Rugby Union Football Union to blow time on in the game, which was pretty special. And yeah, he's still got the gift of the gab.
So is that him in the green or in the white there?
That is him
in the green, yeah. I think. Oh yeah, there we go. So he blows it and then walks off, does he? Yeah, he must have. Yeah. So he
let's see how the referee carry on. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's gone out off the top. Yeah, so that was a good moment. 175 odd first class games. Absolutely crazy.
Yep. Yeah, no.
Right.
Big shout out to Jackson Henshaw, who got his 50 game laser yesterday.
So you've got a bit of camera issues going on there today.
Yeah, I've got a bit of an echo as well.
Well, you've got two things happening here. Yeah, I've got two streams for you.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Turn off one, leave, and come back. And while waiting for you to come back, I'll bring on young Marcus. Marcus, Howie!
Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora. Up the bush.
What's up? Up the bush. I was at the game yesterday, and it was a great day. We're just watching the live stream highlights. Well, not highlights, the actual live stream from the game yesterday. If you didn't see it, here it is. But yeah, the boys. What is it with Wairarapa Bush and their slow starts? Do you have any thoughts and theories? And say g'day to Mike.
How's that now? Oh, no.
That's good. Mike, this is Marcus from Bay of Plenty Rugby. Marcus, this is Mike from Mid Canterbury, mad supporter.
G'day,
How you going?
Yeah, good.
So, are you going to tell us how
I don't know about this Wairarapa Bush slow start stuff, and it's been quite consistent over the last 2 or 3 years, and then they sneak into the Lahore Cup and then sneak out of it in the semis.
Well, I mean, if we have a quick look at how that table's looking at the moment now after yesterday's games, I'll just see if I can pull it up here. So at the moment, we've got South Canterbury. This was the first try by Wairarapa, the big boy, going over. But it was South Canterbury are on top after their win in this other game. We're sort of just having a browse at. I bring that back up here. To bring that one up. The South Canterbury match against East Coast. Because not a lot happens in that first half, hey, Mike?
No. She was 5-5 all at half time.
It was 5-5 at half time. But so at the moment, we've got South Canterbury, Wanganui, and Thames Valley, and Mid Canterbury in fourth place. And in the Lahore Cup, we've got King Country, West Coast, Horowhenua, and East Coast. And in the bottom four after yesterday, we've got Wairarapa, Bulla, North Otago, and Poverty Bay. We have a quick look at the results going across the bottom, Marcus, if I can bring those up. The game, Mid Canterbury and Bulla. I've got to admit, I put a sneaky tenner on Bulla to win by 6 to 10 points. You had to.
You won't get that back.
No, I won't get that back in a hurry at all. But, of course, they went down by 59 points to 14. I mean, they've put up a great performance this year, Bulla. Hey, they won the Bill Osmond Tonga. They were narrowly defeated by West Coast. They were narrowly defeated by West Coast 20 points to 17. They came back last week or a couple of weeks ago and had a big win over Poverty Bay. They got smashed by Thames Valley, and then another big smashing by Mid-Cat. Well, I wouldn't say a big one, not too bad, 59-14, but a lot better than their 84-14 against Thames Valley up at Whangamata. But unfortunately for them, next week's their final game is against North Otago down there in Oamaru. Thoughts on how they might go there? Two teams with nothing to play for.
North Otago are real disappointing this year, Rabs. For a side that's always been up in that top 5 for a very long time, this year they have been absolute dismal. I don't know about you, Mike. I don't know what you've seen in North Otago this year, but yeah, they're normally one of the front runners.
Yeah, well, they've been disappointing over the last couple of years. We went down there last week and hit them, but we made hard work. But yeah, I think they've lost a few key players over the years.
I tell you what, there must be some atmospheric conditions. Have you put your clocks forward yet down there? Because it sounds like you're catching up with what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what's going on.
That's all good. It's Sunday afternoon.
I might just go out and come back again. Can you send me the link?
Yeah. No. Well, just click the link on your messenger.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the same link. Yeah. No. Okay, you can try that again.
Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just echoing at my end. Not quite sure what's going on.
Oh, okay. Turn your sound off and you should be okay. Well, your sound off. You wouldn't hear me then. Yeah, I've got two streams on. But anyway, I digress. Second half is kicked off in North Harbour versus Canterbury. North Harbour currently leading 29-19. As we watch what's going on in the background, and as I said, it's just a Sunday afternoon booze fest, really, for me.
Come on, North Harbour.
No,
go to Harbour.
No, hey, I can say that. The health department hasn't sent me any funding for going can't drink. So, cheers, everybody.
From a Bay point of view, we want Harbour to win this because it'll give us a little bit of breathing room.
Sure. And give us a bit of a rundown on your boys' game yesterday against Northland at Tauranga Domain.
Yeah, no worries. It was a cracker of a day in the Bay of Plenty yesterday. And really, first half, the Bay boys came out fizzing and they pretty much put Northland away in the first half. So, yeah, it was physical. Wasn't quite the county's physical that they put on Friday night, but yeah, they just came out and they were wired. They really want a home quarterfinal, and then for about 65 minutes, it was cracking rugby, and then Northland woke up and played a bit of code in the last 15 minutes. But yeah, big crowd at Tauranga Domain, and saw the Steamers over for a big victory.
Okay. Yeah, no, I saw that. 53 points to 13. I was having a chat with young Lewis Bush at the time, and a message came through saying the Bay are leading 53. And I just went, hey, your boys are doing good. Completely not thinking it was Bay of Plenty, because and welcome back, Mike, for take
How's
3.
that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, no, it's better. Yeah, well, I mean, it's currently 34-19 North Harbour over Canterbury, and 14-all still down there in Invercargill. Hey, I was doing all right in our tipping comp. I was the only one that picked Otago yesterday in the Turbos. Mike, not Mike, Marcus.
Yes,
that
I
put
saw
me
that.
to the top of the table. But it looks like I might be falling off that top of the table, because I took Canterbury to win this game by 12 points, and I just happened to be on here, and I know for a fact that you have taken Canterbury to win by 14. So we could be the only person that's actually picked North Harbour is whoever the Crusader is.
Guy Barton down in Palmy.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Canterbury
Yeah,
supporter. So
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
that's crazy.
yeah, no, I'm not a Canterbury supporter. So
You're
no,
not
they
a Canterbury supporter.
no, I'm an Otago supporter, but I tipped Tasman. I tipped Tasman to beat them, and I got burnt there as well. So
Well, the funny thing is, you will support Mid Canterbury. So for the viewers watching overseas, you're Mid Canterbury, but you won't support Canterbury. Can you explain to the viewers the difference?
It's obviously Mid Canterbury's in Ashburton and what have you, and Canterbury's up there. So we kind of draw the line at the Rakaia River Rabs.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just obviously born and bred and brought up in Central Otago. So yeah, the lovely town of Alexandria.
Okay, so all right, well, we'll let you off there. Marcus, who is this Amon Rimene?
He works for Wanganui Rugby.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Tell him to give me my job back.
He looks after junior rugby in Wanganui. Works under Auntie Bridget.
Auntie Bridget.
Yeah, no, shout out to the Butcher Boys and Jason Hamlin. They had a good one yesterday. I see their number 13, Alekisio Vakarongo, wasn't playing. I'm not too sure if he's injured, but Ethan Robinson filled that gap pretty well from what I've seen.
Oh, totally. I mean, a huge win for them by 72 points to 28. I do wonder if they did a favour to Horowhenua, so they could at least pick up a bonus point to keep them in the hunt in the heartland, because, I mean, that 1 point that Horowhenua did pick up pretty much sealed their spot in the Lahore Cup semi-finals, because if we look at the other results from yesterday, King Country, they were struggling against North Otago for the Maroon and Gold Cup there at Tikawiti. It was 18-17 until there was a major injury. And literally, I was almost in Featherston, Marcus, on my way home before a final result came through. And they wound the clock back, I think, about 6 minutes so they could play the game out. And, two quick tries by King Country saw them get up by 32 points to 17. which pretty much put a nail in the coffin of Colin Jackson's tenure at North Otago Rugby. But the win keeps King Country in the hunt. Can King Country upset Wanganui in Cook's Gardens for the Pine Tree Log Bill Osborne Tonga next weekend?
How good would that be?
Yeah,
Shame
that's
on
going
Rimini, he won't like me saying that, but that would be good for King Country.
Yeah,
Well,
I think.
that would,
Eric, I think the King Country boys are just starting to fire. They've taken a while. I see Caleb Foot was back in the starting lineup yesterday, and the Dunster boys are running right. So, Dad, Aaron will be happy with the result.
Oh, totally. And of course, it all comes down to Mid Canterbury game next weekend when they take on Poverty Bay. So, as I said, Poverty Bay, they'll be going all out to not have a 0-8 season, but you'd have to circle in at least a 5-point win there, or 5 points for Mid Canterbury, which would secure them a Meads Cup place. But if Poverty Bay did do an upset and King Country do an upset, King Country could still sneak into Meads Cup. The only teams that really are confirmed for anything is, as I said earlier, South Canterbury, Wanganui and Thames for Meads Cup. And then you can say West Coast and Horowhenua for Lahore Cup. So West Coast will be looking at a big game because they play South Canterbury. And, of course, it was 5-5. I'll see if I can bring that up to see if that score's come up yet. I don't think it has. Oh, yes, it has. Let's see if we can find this try by East Coast. Here we go. So
it was rolling them all. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I think Joe Rule had a bit to play in that. Oh no, they might have come wide, did they? Yeah.
I know, that looked like Sammy Parks doing the dart there.
Sammy. Yeah, I'm not too sure who scored that, but yeah, no. Next week, Poverty Bay at home. They've got to travel a fair distance, and it'll be good. It'll be good to get 5 points over them. But we would really like a crack at Thames Valley, actually, to be fair. But it's not going to happen, I don't think.
No. Because I mean, the thing is, as I said, if Wanganui do pick it up, we'll be seeing a Wanganui Thames game, and Mid Canterbury will have to travel down the road to Timaru and play on this ground again. So you might be back there in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, that was who scored that? Was it? Might have been the winger, was it? The game yesterday.
Technology.
Fletcher Carpenter, the fullback for Ngāti Pro, he scored a blinder in the other corner in the second half off a crossfield kick from Tarangi Fraser. I thought East Coast probably should have got a lot closer. They were down to 13 men. Team Moana got red carded in his 50th game for a dangerous tackle on Siu Kikali. He pretty much picked him up and dumped him, literally.
Oh.
So that was a red card, and Siu took a bit of time to get back up, and then Tarangi Fraser got yellow carded for a head high in the last 15 minutes. So yeah, that was their fate sealed. But yeah, they threw everything at the South Canterbury boys, and it wasn't until the last 20 minutes of that game where South Canterbury actually got their shit together, because they lost a lot of drop balls, knock-ons, forward passes, and yeah, I can assure you, Nigel Walsh wasn't happy when he walked past me at half time.
No, but I mean, you've got to agree here for South Canterbury to go down to East Coast Ngāti Pro to go down to down to South Canterbury. And after 10 minutes, 5-0 up. I mean, really, if you're at the TAB, would you have had a bet that East Coast were there? I mean, that's the thing. They're in this game until ages. This could be, I'm just trying to see when the try for South Canterbury came up. And a score update from Albany. Harbour are leading now 41-19.
Yes,
my God.
Breathing room for the Bay. Hey, Rebs, to be honest, when you look at who is in the 10 and 15 jerseys for Ngāti Porou, with Tarangi Fraser and Fletcher Carpenter, two guys that have had stellar club seasons in the Bay, there's no reason why these lads shouldn't be fighting in that top echelon of Heartland. I mean, Fletcher Carpenter was the top scorer in Bay of Plenty Club Rugby, as you would have known. We spoke about so many times throughout Bay Chat. Goal kicking, scoring tries. He was just a man points machine for Te Sports.
That's why the name rang a bell.
Yeah, I noticed when Ngāti Pro played Thames Valley, he had an absolute blinder off the tee. But I'm not too sure whether he actually slotted any conversions. Did he get any conversions? No. Yeah. Oh no! One was it? Yeah, he got one, but South Canterbury boys also managed to charge one down, which I haven't seen in a long time. So, but Tarangi Fraser, he's very good at number 10. Him and Sammy Parks work well together. And I thought Lee Bristow in the midfield had a good game too. But there'll be some positives to take out of that for the coaching staff, and they're at home next weekend. So yeah.
Hey Rebs, look at these scores going across the screen here, and reflecting on Thames Valley, they've put up 50 plus the last 3 weeks from memory. The concern going into semi-finals is, do they have it too easy when they come up against teams that have been tested a bit more?
Well, I mean,
that's interesting, that one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, after they went down to, they started off the season with, thereabout scores. Wairarapa Bush, they won 37-24, beat North Otago 24-15, 23-18 over King Country to win the Biltong. But then they went down to Wanganui 16-14 in the net. And as you pointed out, 60-45 in a high-scoring match against East Coast, Ngāti Porou, and then 84-14 against Buller, 71-17. So, I mean, their next game is against Horowhenua, and it will be an interesting match because they're pretty much set in play to play Wanganui at Cook's Gardens, right? Horowhenua will be looking at maybe trying to win to get a home semi-final. So Horowhenua have something to play for.
Mm-hmm.
So and with Thames already being there, I'm not saying rest players for the hell of resting them, but it could be a time to just give a couple of your sore bodies the week off. And if you lose the game, you still got to travel to Wanganui. But wouldn't you want to go to Wanganui?
It's tough to win in Whitianga as it is. It's a long way to go right up to Coromandel and play in Whitianga. So those Noah boys, they've drawn the short straw with that venue, especially that Thames Valley play a different game, a different home venue every week. But yeah, they've drawn the short straw of that, 5-hour, 6-hour trip up the coast.
Oh, I know.
Scotty Days rigged that one.
Well, yeah, I know he loves Horowhenua, but the thing is, but I mean, if you put your coaching hats on, would you not do that? I mean, you're guaranteed a home semi-final away to Wanganui, right? Pretty much guaranteed, because West Coast plays South Canterbury next weekend for the Coal Pit Trophy over there at John Sturgeon Park in Westport. That'll be a good game. But then I think, is this the try coming up now, Mike?
No. Yeah. I think it's in the second half. I think Ngāti Porou were going the other way towards. Yeah, no, I think it's in the second half. But what I've noticed is South Canterbury are taking a bit to actually get into their work. In their games. They've obviously, North Otago was a classic example. Yesterday was another example. And it's just given Nigel Walsh, Sean Brennan, Chris Gard a few nervous moments in the opening stages, but they're all class, so they should bounce back hopefully. So.
Oops.
But
oh yes, you'll like this. I just have to actually go and get another bottle of tonic for my gin. So you two commentate through this. Try it. It's a goodie.
oh, what's going on here? Who scores this? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Driving more, is it? No.
That West Coast have won it off the throw.
Oh, they go end to end, do they? Oh, no.
Into touch just on the 22 at the Marist Rugby Club ends of Memorial Park.
Yeah, Shout out to Nick Foxley, who's a friend of mine. He was a hammer for a year, and he plays 13. Him and Shane Anderson used to play together last year, but I don't see Shane there this year.
So Tom Reckie, also ex-West Coast player, played his 50th match yesterday for Mid Canterbury, I believe. So shout out to Tom Reckie. Yeah,
Ricky. He played. I think he played centre yesterday. But yeah, no, he's a good man. Very good off the tee. He plays his club rugby here in Medford. Who we bet in the club finals this year, so that was even better. But yeah, no, he's a good lad, old Tom.
Yeah, well,
well done to young Wakefield, who received his blazer for Wairarapa Bush yesterday. He was just a kid running around when I was playing back in Masterton back in the day. Son of the great Wacker, who locked for Carterton for many a day, and now a referee.
Old Reece Robinson will be a happy man now. They've finally got a win on the board.
Yeah, no, I caught up with Reece in the supporters club yesterday. He was busy looking up the Tribe app to see what was going on. I need to be, as I said, told, sorry, dude, ain't been updated today because I'm here. But the thing is, I did say to him, though, that the game was on early and pretty much if Buller could get up, that would help out, the final placings. But I did say, East Coast are going okay against South Canterbury and stuff like that. But they were looking at the table because the thing is, if West Coast have got up and won this, that pretty much would have knocked Wairarapa Bush out of the season, but then given West Coast a sniff at, Leeds Cup. But I tell you, it was a great game, this one, 24-5 at half time. And we are looking at the scores going across the bottom. Update from Albany is 48-19 now to North Harbour. And down in Invercargill, Southland 14, Waikato 31. So, another set of high-scoring games. But if I quickly bring this up, I'll show you what our Heartland picks were for the week. And here was the try scored by Wairarapa. It was also a few of Tamalua's plays the game too, Marcus, yesterday. So there was a double celebration for the boys. But yeah, I said Buller would win by 4. Okay, they lost by 45. Oh, well, win some, lose some. I said Wanganui would win by 20. Okay, they won by 46. I'll take it. King Country by 13. They won by 15. Oh, yeah, I was pretty close to that one. Thames Valley, they won by 64 or 54. I said by 18. Oh, that's close enough. South Canterbury, 32-15. So that was what, a 17-point win there. I said by 30. But I tell you, I was totally, and I can say this because it's my show, I was shitting myself at this game yesterday. It was 31-all. Going into the last few minutes, you'll see what happens. But even then, it looked like we could have been heading to Golden Point. And all I could keep on thinking was the last score that's going to go across the bottom of your screen now, what I had predicted earlier in the week I had said Bush would win by 3 points in Golden Point. And I was sitting there going, if this happens, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to just say I'm a freaking legend. But it didn't. But, hey, I'll call it when I see it.
Yeah, no.
With your picks of Bay Plenty Club Rugby during the season, you have no idea about Bay Plenty Club Rugby, but you were nailing them, Raps.
I know, crazy, eh? Especially the women's one, the girls' game, when I said, oh, they'll do this, they'll do that. And it happened. I've never watched a Bay Plenty Club game in my life. Well, live. But, hey, working for people, you got to start doing your research, Marcus.
Yeah, West Coast will be disappointed about that loss, I think. Obviously, last year they won the Lahore Cup, but they haven't been going very good this year. I mean, we give them a ruffle up at home here, and yeah.
Oh no, well, I mean, for me, unfortunately, it's one of those horrible kiss your sister moments. You know, I love the West Coast boys. I love the Wairarapa Bush guys. You know, I mean, to me, if we could have Golden Point, I'd go for a draw every day, all day, because you know, it's like it would be like saying, right, you can only pick one team between the All Blacks and Australia, and it must be Australia. You know, you go, but no, and they go, no, that's the only pick you can do. So it's really hard to pick when I'm watching these games. So, and when I was looking at the program, you know, I even said to a couple of people, I said, if you look at these scores, you know, the scores over previous years, I said, don't be surprised if we go into a big result, because, you know, last year's semi-final of the Lahore Cup, which is still on, but this year in Greymouth between West Coast and Wairarapa Bush, Wairarapa got up by 6 points, 33-27. The year before that, down in West Coast, Wairarapa Bush got up 42-30, 19-18 the year before that. But then, you know, we've got scores here, 36-26, 36-33, 32-12, 35-30. And what was our score yesterday? 38-31. These teams know how to turn on a scoring spectacle, because it comes down to a bounce.
John Sturgeon Park isn't a easy place to get a win out of either.
No. We found that out. I think it was last year or the year before. We went over there in a semi-final. Oh, I think it might have been a Lahore Cup semi-final. Might have been last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. And went to Golden Point and conceded a penalty, and we got beaten. So, and it was raining that day. So I think, it'll be interesting to see how South Canterbury go this week over there.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is the trophy up for grabs as well next weekend with the Colpit Trophy. And, you know, has become a hotly contested one. I mean, because the thing is, if that is the case, what's South Canterbury on now? 38 wins in a row. So they'll be looking for their 39th win in a row next weekend. And then they got the semi-final, more than likely against Mid Canterbury or / King Country. And that semi-final game could be the 40th consecutive NPC Heartland / game, because the problem is, and we all know, what do you call them? Record keepers and train spotters. But is this 40 games going to get interrupted by their 2 defeats in Ranfurly Shield?
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, it's only, well, I mean, they're only 3 games away from possibly getting their next Meads Cup again.
Yeah.
I was actually watching a clip on YouTube. It was from a few years ago when they went over to West Coast, bet West Coast for the Lahore Cup over there at Greymouth. So,
It took a banana kick from Woody Wright out wide during thunder and lightning.
That's the one. And there was also video. There was also footage of him giving the crowd arseholes like he did here when they bet us. So nothing much has changed.
Oh, And don't you love it? I mean, I saw, I did record the Bay of Plenty game, Marcus, to have a look at. It was, I mean, from the camera angles I saw, how big was the crowd? Because I can say at Wairarapa Bush, it was probably one of the bigger crowds I've seen for a Heartland game for a long time. The grandstand was quite full. The supporters club was a rocking. There were people. It was a great day at Memorial Park. Tauranga Domain, is it a good venue? Bad venue?
Nah, it's good, mate. About quarter of an hour before kickoff, we looked around and went, "Oh, where is everyone?" By the time kickoff came, both grandstands on both sides of the park were absolutely full, and the corporate marquees at the Mount Maunganui end of the ground was pumping. So there was a good crowd there yesterday.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, Dave, you're looking at this. And I'm watching the game up here at North Harbour at the moment on the TV, which we're not allowed to show because of restrictions to broadcasting. But, there's about 30 people there. The crowd, because we're not seeing it, the crowd on the new grandstand side at Fraser Park, was that full yesterday, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, no, she was full. She was full on the bank and on both sides of the grandstand.
Yeah.
Rabs, the big difference there is like Tauranga Domain. Most people don't realise it's a man-made stadium. It's built for 8 weeks of rugby, and then it gets pulled back down and becomes a public domain. And then you weigh that when we play at Rotorua Stadium, which is an actual proper stadium. Rotorua Stadium, I love going to there, but it's empty because it's so big. But yeah, you play in a public domain, and it packs out on a sunny Tauranga day on a Saturday or a Sunday. People come out, and when the Steamers are going well, everyone wants to back them.
Well, of course they do. After Wellington's performance on Friday night, I might start backing them.
Yeah, that was rather disappointing, wasn't it, that game?
Oh, it just pissed me off. But anyway, the current score up in Albany with 13 minutes to go. Harbour are leading 55-19, and Waikato are still leading 31-14 down there in Invercargill. As I said, this is just a Sunday booze, fit, sesh, chat, rap. We had a team called the All Blacks last night playing.
Were they?
Yeah. Now, we were sitting here watching it, and that try, whoever got the try, and we just went, hang on, he knocked that ball on. And then they pulled it up for a knock on because not only did, who was it? Cody Taylor, I think, knock it on with an arm from TJ Perinara, but then Kane knocked it on, and we just went, well, you can't give that try. It knocked it on. It took about 5 minutes, and then they went, that's what it felt like. Let's have a video replay. And then they went through that for 5 minutes. And a friend of mine was here watching it with another mate of mine, and he just looked at us two and went, you guys called that as soon as it happened. Yeah. And I said, hey, how could you not miss it? Anyway, so they finally went, yeah, no, that was a knock on. But really, people, it was a great crowd, all that. But some of the officiating throughout the entire rugby championship, which has been won by the Springboks, any spoiler alerts right now, going to give the score. Okay, Springboks Argentina at 4 a.m. this morning. Okay, I'll give you a second to turn off. There we go. Right, so Springboks won that 48 points to 7, took it out the championship, dominated the whole series. The All Blacks finished second in the end. So, and we only went down by a few points to the Africans. But the problem I still have is I'm not seeing the All Black structure. Sure, we finally scored a point in the final 20 minutes, but it's still what won us the game. We didn't do anything for the first 10, 15 minutes, and I thought, maybe they've just transferred the last 20 to the first 20, and then they can score in the last 20. But there was some wayward kicking. Did you not think, gentlemen?
Yeah, I think that referee was a bit out of his depth, to be fair, from Georgia or wherever he was from. I think the wingers mate Sam Kane. Well, he missed two tackles that he probably should have made, and he spent a lot of time in midfield again. But yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
And TJ Perenara, he didn't have one of his finest contributions last night as well. Some wayward kicking, some slow passing. Dropped the ball a couple of times. He didn't have his finest moment in his swan song either.
I thought Cortez Ratama should have been on earlier, and I think he's a bit faster at carrying the ball than TJ Perenara, to be fair.
Correct.
Oh, it totally was. I mean, you sit there and you look and you go, I don't know, there's still something missing, is what I'm saying. Wayne Smith ain't going to change the world in a week. All they did was, here's the equaliser try.
South Canterbury.
But who would have picked it?
That one.
And who would have picked it? And how did he miss this conversion from that close?
I think that was who was that? Was that Sia Kakala that went over? No.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, well, he got 2 tries, which was good for his. Shout out to him for his 50 games yesterday. Very.
Was it
very.
windy?
No. Oh yeah, it was, but there wasn't that much wind, to be fair.
Well, we'll see why this, because it was what was it, 5-5 at half time.
Yeah.
So the question I have is, how did he miss this conversion? And while we're waiting for him to line that up, score update from Albany. North Harbour 62, Canterbury 19. The only time I Canterbury and they get their asses kicked.
There's still 10 minutes to go. This could be a record.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Are you saying Canterbury has still got a chance?
No, I'm saying this could be a record score.
Oh, it could be a record score. They'll give the guys at Rugby Database something to dig their teeth into. But, and I'll just have a quick look at the other game there, South and Waikato. Oh, did I see why he missed that conversion?
No, I'm not sure.
Here we go. It's now 14, Southland 38, 10 minutes to go to Waikato. So Waikato soon to have this game wrapped up. If I quickly go to our Super Brews there, young Marcus, I have taken, who have I picked? I've got Waikato by 12 in that game. So I'm doing okay there. And then, of course, we've got Taranaki playing man of the two, and I've taken Taranaki to win that by 20. But that game's on at 4:30. But
North Harbour winning this, well, this will put them into 8th spot and drop that dynamic county side down to 9th place.
I know. Well, I mean, Tony Edmund has been an amazing purchase, I suppose you could say, for North Harbour this year, hasn't he? The New South Welshman. Maybe that's what the Wallabies needed, him in the game, in the Wallabies pack.
Well, he had a good season with the Waratahs, so scratching my head why he wasn't in that squad. But North Harbour are benefiting by him.
Yeah, well, I mean, because we know it's 5-5 at half time, I'll just zip through to here. And if I come back to here, I'll get rid of those bloody 2 buggers. So we've got 31 all. All right, here we go. You want to see the winning try from Marsden yesterday, Marcus?
Yeah, I'd love to. I missed the last 5 because it was full time at Tauranga and I had to pack some chairs up and I missed it.
It was magic. It was sitting there going, okay, I hope they lose. They don't deserve a win, even with brain fart. I don't know who wrote that, but literally, we're also there. It was only a few moments to go, and they stuffed up. They got the line out going on here. I'm sure this is basically we're going to see a charge down.
How long's left in the? How long? What's
Here we
the?
go.
Oh, here we go.
That's a good try. No, soon.
Try.
And they went nuts. And the good thing about Wairarapa TV, thank you, Toby, is they will show us a replay here. But it was a very exciting try there for the crowd to watch. Here we go. So the halfback there for West Coast went to clear it, and I thought, oh, here we go. It was getting a bit, okay, waiting for West Coast to come striking back here. And they nailed this charge down. That was Logan Wakefield, was it not? The Blazer man himself.
The skipper.
Yeah.
Giving it off to Matt Gain, who then finds the big Martinborough boy in 21, Cody Cunningham. Try time.
Yeah.
You would have heard that all the way down to the Pukimanu Tavern in Martinborough.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll tell you what, if it had a roof on that ground, that would have been lifted when that went over.
Yeah. No, it looks like it was a good day up there in Masterton for that game.
It was. It started. I mean, if the ground was facing north to west or east to west or whatever, the other way, it would have been still bathed in sunshine. But unfortunately, the sun was behind the Brian LaHorse grandstand, and it was like, it was getting a bit nippy. But there we go. Here's the last 1 minute. Now, this is where I was saying, oh, my God, are we going to, because what happened here is if I can get it to the, so this is where West Coast were. It was 38-31. There's about 40 seconds to go. And I'm sitting there going, oh, my God, are we going, because my biggest problem yesterday, I also had an hour and a half drive from Masterton back to Wellington so I could watch the test match. Had it all parked out. I'll be home by 6 o'clock, have dinner, watch the test. My biggest fear was Golden Point because they could go for half an hour, right? And they're going, okay, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, hold on. So do you agree with Golden Points in Heartland, Marcus and Mike?
Not at all.
Yeah. Yes and no. I'm not too sure what to make of that rule, to be fair.
Draw's a draw for me.
I'm not.
Take the 2 points and go and share a beer.
Yeah.
Totally.
I just don't know.
I love that. You can tell that the commentaries on these games. I'm not playing it but that should be game over there, and it is. So there you go. Wairarapa Bush got up 38-31. East Coast, right? The reason I said about Golden Point is they still walked away from that game with 2 points.
Who's that? East Coast?
No, West Coast.
Okay, yeah, right.
I missed a couple of tries there. Hang on, we'll go back a bit. We're too busy watching Wairarapa. Oh, here we go. Is this the try you were saying was scored down the wing by somebody?
Yeah, that could have been it.
The thing is, sorry, Mike. What I'm saying is, you've got your
that's it.
Oh, great try.
Yeah, burned him. That Fletcher Carpenter, he's got some gas, all right.
Yes. He was selected for a New Zealand Sevens development side for 2 weeks. So he took 2 weeks out of club rugby to go and play in a tournament over, I think, in Dubai.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it should be interesting to when the New Zealand Heartland team come together. It'll be interesting to see what Nigel Walsh and Mia Nakora how they select their team for this year. I think there might be a few surprises in it, to be fair.
The big thing for Fletcher is he can't make it because he's come out of an NPC province as a player of, I'm not sure, is he import or player of origin?
Yeah, right.
I don't know how it works with Nutty Pro East Coast. They claim them all as homeboys.
Fletcher Carpenter, Iwi Carpenter.
Well, just on that, you remember how I was, said to your Rabs a week or so ago, I said, where's Hakarangi Titchborn? And I said to Kahu, I said, where is he? Why isn't he here? And he goes, he only managed to get in two games of club rugby, and you need to play 3 to be eligible for Heartland. And I was like, oh my god. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll see about that.
But yeah, no, the big fella was down there yesterday. Supports. He come down on his own accord to support the boys. So yeah, it was good to see.
Okay, well, it's full time in Albany, and the final score there was North Harbour 65, Canterbury 19. So
That
it
must be
couldn't
a
have
record score.
been more wrong. And there's still 5 minutes to go down there in Invercargill with Waikato leading 38-14 over Southland. So it's all happening. But yeah, with the Heartland team, it will be interesting to see because there are rules and regulations. Fletcher Carpenter could be eligible because it depends. Because Joe Royal would be eligible, even though he's contracted with Auckland and Moana Pacifica as well. So, but to me, I still think Heartland squad should be made up of Heartland guys.
I think that is the rule, Rebs. I think that is the rule because I know, like when Dwayne Sweeney came into the Swamp Foxes, I know he wasn't able to be picked up for New Zealand Heartland selections.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's good. No, I think that should be okay then because, there is plenty of talent out there. Going into this weekend, Heartland Rugby was averaging 63 points a game. I haven't even done the calculations, but it must be up to almost 70 points now. And at the end of the day, doesn't matter what colours you put on, aren't you wanting to be entertained? And how can you not be entertained by watching Heartland Rugby?
Yeah, I just can't understand this year why they're going to play both the New Zealand Heartland 15 games in the North Island. Like last year, I think it was last year they played the Canterbury. They played in Methven. I think it was last year, and I actually went up and watched that game. It was really good. Heaps of people there.
Oh yeah, totally. And the other thing is too.
And then the other game, the second game they played the Barbarians in Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. So I don't know.
Well, both games are playing this year at Cook's Gardens. They're playing a New Zealand Maori selection, and is it Barbarians? Is it? I think it was.
The second game,
yeah. But the reason I've just left this comment on here, Josh Flavel down the West Coast, I'm with you. Yeah, I can see a South Canterbury loss coming. I'm going to call it now. The Mitre Red and White are going to lock up a home semi-final in the Lahore Cup and hold the Colpit Trophy. And they're going to back the South Canterbury backs. They're going to smash them by 20 points. There you go.
Yeah, no, yeah, me and my mates have been having an in-depth discussion about South Canterbury, and obviously all good things come to an end. But I just think Wanganui this year might be the best shot at tipping them up. If we happen to beat them in the Meads Cup semi-final, our boys will give it a good shot. But yeah, no, South Canterbury, like obviously in the comments over the last couple of matches, Willie Wright said, he's just dropped some hints, and he said, we're not happy with this, and we can't afford to be giving teams a head start. For example, North Otago, Temuka Domain, yeah.
Yeah, well, North Otago, again, as I said, my Buller boys, only because I saw Appy Tolfa and Anthony Ellis there commenting on our stream today. Great Buller boys. Yeah, Bullets still will be going into this game. They've still got a lot. I mean, their travel this year has been terrible. Let's be honest. They've still got a lot to play for. They can finish in 9th place, you know?
Mm.
And then you look at the teams that are coming below them there, you know, with North Otago and Wairarapa Bush maybe, and Poverty Bay. I mean, you know, if Buller can finish ahead of North Otago and Poverty Bay, and that's where they finished with 3 wins, why not? I mean, last year, if we look at where they finished, they only had 2 wins and 15 points. This year, they're on 2 wins and 10 points. They could easily, 3 wins, match it. And they're building. You know, the boys, they've had players come in and out, go back to Australia, the whole shebang. But, you know, you see what's happening with South Canterbury here. You know, 15 minutes into the second half, and they were still down by 50 points to 12, 290 for the East Coast. We do know a red card's coming. I can't remember exactly at what time that was.
Oh yeah, that was a well-deserved red card. It was actually a highly dangerous tackle, and the potential for serious injury was there. Luckily, CU got up and shook it off like the great man he is. But fully deserved a red card.
Yeah.
Hey, Red, speaking
Mike.
of statistics, sorry, going off topic. Big shout out to the Mayor of Waihi, Brett Runga, 50 games for the legendary Swamp Foxes. He's been in captain New Zealand Heartland. He's won 2 club titles with Waihi Athletic in the Thames Valley comp, and then to cap up 50 games for the Swamp Foxes as well. I tip my hat at the Mayor of Waihi, Brett Runga.
Fair call. Yeah, no, that's a hell of an achievement. Anyone that plays 50 games for their province and goes on for higher honours, Heartland plays might even play 100 is a great achievement. A lot of sacrifice involved when you're in Heartland competition, travelling away from your families, like I've said before, Rabs, missing this, missing that, missing days of work. You've got to have understanding employers. But yeah, no, we're pretty lucky down here. We've got all that. So.
Oh yeah, no, totally. And I mean, the reason I've just left this up there, and there's the big man himself, Brett Runga, of course, Heartland Championship, play Waihi, Silcock Shield, etc. There. But hey, can you give this Benji guy a bit of a rack up?
Yeah, that's my boy. He's in the bedroom. He's just stirring a bit. He's just stirring the pot. But yeah, no, he was with me yesterday. He enjoyed the occasion, and everyone had free sausages. Shout out to South Canterbury Rugby and Barkers of Geraldine for putting that on for the crowds. That was good.
Yeah,
and East Coast there, Rabs. It'll be a sudden death, pretty much a quarter final for the Lahore. If Wairarapa Bush can travel to Ruatoria and knock the mighty Ngātis over, it'll be good night. Pack your bags, sky blue. Wairarapa Bush will nail that 8th spot.
Oh yeah, no, totally. And of course, I've just lost our stream here.
So has Wairarapa Bush playing Ngāti Pro up at Ruatoria next weekend, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to see a. Well, I'd like to see the Sky Blues bounce back and after this week, but they'll be hurting after yesterday. I mean, they've got a big travel home. You know, I think they're flying from Christchurch to Wellington to Gisborne, then getting on the bus again. But they're a proud province, which is good.
And that's, I suppose, the big problem there for Wairarapa Bush, mainly because they have to travel to Greymouth. And really, this year, I have not seen as many travel disruptions. I mean, you might
see the red card here. Oh, no. Have you found it yet, Rabs? No.
No, I lost the coverage, but it can't be that far away because I do know that South Canterbury get a penalty here.
Yeah, well, it's the Ngāti Pro number 5 Hawani Team 1 of that. So if he's still on the field, it hasn't happened yet. But
yeah. But the thing is with Thames Valley, I mean, they've played all their games in the North Island this year, except for, I mean, even the semi-final. I mean, the only time they might need to go South Island is for a possible final. Have you found, watching with what's been going on in the background, Marcus, there's been a lot of travel disruptions for teams, and as a person higher up the echelon than you and I, Mike, Marcus, how does that affect the team's performances if they are held up in this major travel?
Yeah, good point. Straight off Bay Chat yesterday or Friday, picked up the phone, and Northland's flights had been cancelled. So they were straight on a bus at 2:00 Friday afternoon to travel down to Tauranga. So that's a 6.5 hour trip on the bus. Didn't get here till 10 o'clock. And then again, they've got to, they don't get their run on the domain. So they've got to reset Saturday morning and go from there. So, and then you look at the scoreboard. So to be fair, you got to sit on the bus for that amount of time. Yeah. And then you got to. So
they had to. So Northland had to. So you're saying to me, Northland had to travel from Whangarei to Tauranga on a bus?
Correct.
Yeah. I think. There's been a few. Well, obviously, East Coast when they not this weekend, the weekend before, they had a bit of an issue where they left. 3 of their players got left behind, including Fletcher Carpenter. And I actually spoke to Kahu about that, and he was gutted, but it also worked out well for Buller because they swapped flights, or something went on. It might have been swapped buses or flights. And, but yeah, no. Well, we've been quite lucky this year. Like the boys left for Buller about 8 o'clock Friday morning, but it's a 5 hour 20-minute trip by car. So you're probably looking at a 6.5, 7 hour trip by bus. You stop and have a feed and what have you. I was seen on the rugby chat on the Ashburton Guardian here. Matty Winter said that the boys actually come home after yesterday's game. They didn't stay, so they weren't expected back in Ashburton until about midnight, 1 o'clock. So it's a long day. Once you have speeches and have a feed and a beer and a tin wag, you know what I mean.
And a sing song. I did share that to the Heartland page. I thought that was pretty cool. Your Mid Canterbury boys giving the Buller boys a bit of a sing song at the club rooms at White Star there after the game. I thought that was a good touch. Big ups to the Hammers there. But I tell you, you can't remember the time. I want to see this red card, but I don't want to miss it.
Hey, just a little secret in behind NPC after match functions, they don't not necessarily happen. With teams having to travel, some of them playing storm weeks, often there's food in the changing room. The players jump in the changing room, say kia ora, shake hands, and then often a lot of teams are on the bus and gone, which I've been working in this NPC stuff for 3 years now, and it's only just dawned on me they're not there. They're off. Yeah. Not like Heartland where you go and have 10 jugs and sing with the players and go out into the town and explore the nightclubs. I
thought you'd put on some kilos.
Oh, shush. Like Northland were on the bus within an hour and a half after the full-time whistle yesterday. So, that was something I've sort of found out the last couple of month or so that, there are hardly a lot of after-match functions with NPC teams.
Well, as I said, the other game on down there at Invercargill, that's now hit full time a couple of minutes ago. Waikato taking that out by 38 points to, just waiting for the stupid pause sign over the thing, 38 points to 14 over Southland. So if I have a quick look at and give our Turbos a bit of a refresh there, young Marcus. Okay, so I picked up points for I picked up points for the Southland Waikato game, which is good. And in the North Harbour one, well, we all lost that, eh? Only the Crusader picked up a point. So congratulations to him if he's listening. But hey, the Rabbit is still on top of the Turbos by 0.33 of a point.
Where are you sitting overall, Rabs?
First.
Nah, in the actual standings.
Oh, for Turbro?
Yeah.
First.
Are you?
I believe so.
Are you sure?
I'll just go back to first. So I'm on 61.33 points. I have climbed 2 places with a game to go. And
You've jumped up 3 places.
2 places. Digger Hugger and Lomu 69 have dropped a place. Digger Hugger is on 61 points and Lomu 69 is on 59.33. So I've got a point.
Rabs, I hadn't updated that. I was going off what the score looked like on Thursday.
Number 1.
That's why I was like, hey. But yes.
Yeah. And on Nigel Jordan's sports talk team, I'm coming 6th. And in my own Rugby Redefined, I'm coming 12th of 85. And even though I'm not picking Wellington at the moment, I'm coming 75th out of 796. So I'll take that. But hey, I'm number 1 on the chair, bros.
Hey, the next game coming up in Bunnings NPC, it's Taranaki Manawatu. As a Steamers person, we'd love to see Manawatu just cause the biggest upset of 2024, which would then really sort of give us a bit more breathing room for a home quarter. But it's not. I can't see that happening.
Well, don't say never. Did you think North Harbour were going to beat Canterbury by 50+ points?
No.
No. But you just got to look at the form of the Turbos, though.
This is a good try here. Just coming up now. This is the end-to-end try for South Canterbury. I think it might have been Falau on the far side, but yeah. This red card can't be far away.
Well, we've only got 10 minutes to go.
No, maybe we missed it. No, I think Tarangi Fraser's probably off. I think he goes soon, but yeah, I think you probably missed it. But it'll show up on the Heartland on the X Main Freight Rugby. It's now Heartland show, but it'll show up on Thursday. So
those tries that South Canterbury is scoring just proves how dangerous they are from 70, 80 metres out.
Yeah. I mean, they got Falau on one wing and they got Lueli Samote at fullback. He's got unreal gas. He's probably just as fast as Peter Carpenter, but yeah, no, they've got a lot of good outside backs, wingers. Calavini Leotagaga, who got the intercept, I think it was a couple of years ago in the final. He's also another speedster, but he hasn't been around much this year. He's been playing a lot of for the South Canterbury development side.
Well, I mean, with 5 minutes to go, still 5 points. East Coast are still in this, right?
Yeah.
If you're watching this live, you'll be going, okay, one breakout try here by Nadi Pro. It's all on for love of money. But with what now officially, if you look at this, almost 3 minutes to go. On the clock. If you look at the clock at the top now, it's 5 minutes to go. South Canterbury, we do know, win this game 32-15. As you pointed out after telling me, it was 25-15.
My bad.
It's sort of like, even though they lost, you've got to give big ups to Nadi Pro, don't you?
Yeah. To be fair, there was the crowd didn't really come alive until the second half. I think there's a lot of drop balls. Every time they drop the ball, you could hear a big gasp from the crowd, I was actually in the old stand across the other side. I was actually sitting right up the back with my boy, and I was right next to Kahu Tamatia and Willie Waitoa in the coaching box. They put coaching boxes up there, so that's quite cool. And there was a lot of noise coming from that every time South Academy made a mistake. And then when Fletcher Carpenter scored, well, they just about ripped the roof off the damn thing. So yeah.
Is that in the old stand across the one we're looking at on the coverage?
Yeah, that's the one at the top of the screen. They've actually put, they've revamped it a little bit. They've put green and black seats, and they've put all new flashings and all that sort of stuff. And they've put 2 coaching boxes up there, so that's quite cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, because good buddy Jeremy Sutherland, the president of South Canterbury Rugby, when I was down there a couple of years back, he took me around what was underneath that old grandstand, and that is what they're going to be changing into a South Canterbury Rugby Museum. And I tell you, the stuff they got in that place is amazing. So when they finally get that open and showing the public what they had Thames Valley patches there, Marcus, hanging on the wall. It was amazing. It was they had Russian Rugby international jerseys. They had stuff going back hundreds of years, and it was so keep an eye out for when that finally opens. But
well, those Thames Valley patches there just to haunt them from the 2018 final.
Oh no, these were older.
Wow.
These were going back way back when. But so this is where 25-15. So he must miss this kick.
Yeah, this is this by this time Willie Wright's been subbed off, and the other number 9's on, who took over the kicking duties. Obviously, Sam Briggs is injured, so he's not playing at the moment or this round. What's the law with loan players? Are they allowed to play both home and away, or what's the go there?
Yeah, they can play all that. Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, yep. Yeah. So yes. Sam Briggs is
Here's the late try.
Yeah, this is Anthony Amato crashing over. He's a Waimate boy, hell of a fucking strong boy. He's a nice lad too. I think this is it coming up there. There it is. They're right there. Bang.
Ooh. Well, what I just noticed here, I'll see if I just can come back just a tinsy-wincy bit on this replay as I spin this ball out wide. Literally, when I was there, the old stand or the old bank from left to right was still there. There was none of this fencing around, and if I saw it here because they do a good wide screen here. So that I'll just pause that. As you can see there by where all the cars are parked.
Yeah.
That was nothing. There was absolutely nothing there. None of those pillars, nothing like that. So it's a great way for them to get the community involved with having your business on those pillars. And the ground behind that, I believe, are artificial turf that are going to be hockey fields and rugby grounds and stuff like that. So all of this area that I've got with my mouse, as you can see, all this area around here was just a wasteland. So big ups to South Canterbury for developing the park in such a usable space.
Well, just going back to that, they've actually put a fence. We can see where those sponsor signs are. They've actually put a fence like right around the ground, and those pillars there, they got sponsors and what have you on there. And they've obviously got yesterday that parking was reserved for players, VIPs, and the East Coast bus is actually behind on the other field. The other field's not ready yet. It's in the early stages of growing, but the East Coast bus is actually parked right at the back there. But it's good. It's good to have those banks. So, kids running around at the other end on the hill and down there. But it's an impressive. It's an impressive stadium, to be fair.
Tell me, Mike, what that background we're looking at, is that where the old terraces and scoreboard used to be?
Yeah. Yeah. So just to the top right of that pitch, the old stand is a bit further round, and they've put a new toilet block there right beside the old stand, which is good. You don't have to go far to the toilet, and that's. Yeah, you can see on top of the roof. You can just see the railing there. That's the broadcast box. That was where Ferrara Brooking was. So he's got excellent ground coverage from up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and for those watching from overseas, I'll try and get my mouse here to show you. There is the Pacific Ocean right along the top of the screen here. So it is a great place. But the question is now, is this ground Heartland or is this ground NPC quality?
Oh, it's got to be NPC quality. Yeah, no, before the game, probably an hour before the game, before everyone got changed, they're all out there walking around having a look. Willie Wright was having a good look. Nigel Walsh and his crew were out there having a look. And but yeah, no, it's a fantastic ground, and the groundsmen have actually done a really, really good job on it.
Yeah, I mean, so the next question, and before everyone asks, because shit, I said to you, hey Mike, we'll have a chat for half an hour. We've been doing this for an hour and a half.
That's all right, mate. Not like we're doing anything else, is it?
Well, no. I might have to go and get myself another
Hold on.
tonic water. But
Mike,
can we put to bed right now the promotion relegation talk going around the traps for
2026? We'll know what's going to go. There's big changes coming for 2026. There you go.
Oh, inside word.
That's all I know.
That's all you know. I hope Mike didn't think that was me saying bugger off, because I wasn't saying bugger off and then I was close. He might come back. Yeah, so
it just dropped off.
Yeah, that's okay. So we're looking at about 2026. That game there had finished in what do you call it? South Canterbury. So as I said, next weekend, East Coast Wairarapa Bush. Marcus, give me a prediction.
Mate, I'm green. I have green and red flowing through my veins. I have to back them. I have to back them, no matter who they're playing.
Well, I'll show you what my presents were yesterday, because
you're wearing
and you'll like this.
You're wearing that shirt. Oh yeah.
How about that?
That looks flash, Rabs.
And
that's
and I've even got the.
Oh, he's even got the beanie.
And I reckon that this has to go down as probably one of the best.
Is that a scarf?
Mate, that's all. And I'll see if I can get this there. That is all embroidered.
How awesome. You'll be the next Earl Curtin next time you go to Memorial Park.
Oh, yeah. Go there, put this around my neck. Stand at the try line. They're going, oh. And then people go, is that blue, son? But no, thanks for throwing me that. But I've got to keep up the game. I do have Thames there. Did have Mid Canterbury there. But so big game. It is a quarter final next week at Whakatua Park. I mean, Hawara Tamana, he's going to be suspended, I'm guessing, for a red card. Totally missed the tackle there. And as Mike said, we will see it on the TV later in the week. But he'll get suspended. Wairarapa, it's a long way to go to win a must-win game, isn't it?
Mate, as I said, red and green flowing through my veins. I'll back them, but with a guy like Fletcher Carpenter running the cutter at fullback, and after watching his club season, we'll say no more.
Say no more. Mid Canterbury taking on Poverty Bay.
Mid Canterbury have to get up there.
Yeah. So unfortunately for Poverty Bay, it will be their first 0-8 season.
Really? There's a stat for you.
They've got out of jail twice before. In 2013, I think it was in 2015, where they've gone 1-7 from 8. So they'll be wanting to not go 0-8. And you've got to give it to Poverty Bay though. They've lost 4 matches this year by less than 7 points. So a bounce of the ball could have been totally different scenario, because once you get on that winning run, you're on a winning run. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Mid Canterbury and Ashburton will be too hard. I mean, Mike's not here, so I can say it's a shit of a place to play rugby. It's windy. It's horrible. It's yuck. But I can say that because Mike's not here, and I'm not going to upset him unless he's watching. Hey, Mike. North Otago Buller, as I said, they're playing for pride. North Otago, I think the game will be played at Western. I'm unsure about that exactly. I'm going to go to the Buller boys to cause an upset. Yeah,
I'll go for Golden Point.
Golden Point. Oh, I hate Golden Point.
It's Golden Point.
I know.
North Otago to win it with a drop goal.
Oh, okay. I'll jump on the TAB and have a look at that later. But you didn't tell me that because you're not allowed to be involved. And your name is Gupta. Hang on, Mike is back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Someone was ringing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Marcus picked Poverty Bay to beat Mid Canterbury.
No, I don't know about that. Don't know about that, mate.
No one picked that.
Well,
Mid Canterbury to storm home and make Poverty Bay 8 losses on the trot. Don't know where that came from. Rabs, come on, too many beers. Don't make me look like a beer.
I know.
Yeah, I think.
I
I think Poverty Bay will be paying about $40 on the TAB, and we'll be paying about $1.03.
Yeah.
$1.03? God, you're thinking big.
Well, I think
I
think we're only paying about $1.05 yesterday, or $1.10 to be fair.
Yeah, well, that's why I picked Buller to beat you guys, because I got on at I think it was 10-1. Here I just happened to have it open in front of me. I said Buller to win by 6-10 at 21-1. Yeah, okay, they got beaten by 40. What the hell do I know? Nothing. But then again, I did pick West Coast to get up and win by 16-20, and they lost again. What do I know? Well, that was the TAB on my show. I didn't say why which would win. So hey, winner, chicken dinner. Thames Valley, Horowhenua Kapiti up there at Whitianga.
Valley by 40.
Valley by 40. Well, you're in the best place to call that one. So, okay. So, jump on the TAB, buy 40 points, and when you lose all your house, blame Marcus. Oh, here's a problem. Are you reading the comment?
Yeah, I am. Scotty Day, how are you, Danger? Those are two very good up the Valley in the Bush shot, brother.
Well, I would have invited him, but the prick doesn't answer his phone calls. So, hey. G'day, Scotty. We're going good. We're about to end the show. West Coast, South Canterbury. I'm going West Coast to upset and break the South Canterbury curse. And I think they'll get up because they'll be gutted about losing the Wairarapa Bush yesterday. And I think West Coast will win by 8 points.
Rabs, you're dreaming. I'm gonna go with the black and greens. They're gonna get up by 20, mate.
I think if West Coast can try and get to a half full strength team, they might have a show. But no, should be a textbook win for the green and blacks. To be fair.
Okay, so we were talking about travel earlier. So Scotty Day, if you missed it, he's great listening on the way back from Auckland Airport. Then he goes, because you call me 11 times a day. Problem is, I call him 11 times a day because he doesn't answer his phone 11 times a day. So, check messages. You've got some great messages on your messenger, on your phone, Scott Day, from me saying, please pick up the phone, dear sir.
They probably being back to 2020, Rabs. There's probably 250 of them.
All right, here we go. Fair call. So there you go, people. I'm not a bad person. And the last game, of course, Wanganui, King Country. Bill Osborne Tonga, Colin Meads, Pine Tree Log, up for grabs, all to play for. King Country can make the Meads Cup semi-finals.
If Amon Rooney's still listening, we banter every week that they're going to lose. I tell them they're going to lose. Uncle Bill's going to the next province. And I'm going to keep on saying it. I think the Rams are going to get Uncle Bill back to Taupō and secure that banner as well. So I'm going to back the Rams, Josh Standen and Jamie Bell. I'm going to back in the Rams. I'm going to get them home by 6.
And that will be the first time that Uncle Bill has left, gone away, and come back because he likes the better Kai Tikiwiti.
Yeah, I'm going to back Wanganui to beat them by 18.
Okay, I'm going to stick
I'd rather be
Marcus.
on Lakeside Taupō than Riverside Wanganui. There you go.
No, totally. I'm going to go for King Country Rams. I think they can do it because, if they can win, they've got to sniff a Meads Cup. And where was Mr. Meads from? King Country. So I've got a lot to play for. And all we need is Poverty Bay to upset Mid-Canterbury, and they're in.
Not happening.
That won't happen.
Not happening.
I wonder what the multi would be paying on that. If we went Wairarapa, Poverty Bay, Buller, all away teams, and remember, round 1, every team except West Coast, 1 away. Then we got Thames Valley, Horowhenua. Horowhenua upset Thames Valley because they decide to rest all their players for their trip to Wanganui.
Come on.
West Coast, again, become the only team at home and beat South Canterbury. And then King Country beat Wanganui. Hey, we could all retire on that bloody multi.
Mate, Harrison and Murray won't rest any Swamp Fox players for anything. They'll want to stay on the roll. They'll want to keep bumping up those points and make you have to record book it all. Valley will just roll out a top 15 and roll the Nua.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's
okay. So you're all going, Thames Valley will roll the Nua. Wanganui, we're all in agreement except for Mike that King Country is going to beat Wanganui. As I said, we've got South Africa now being the champion Chiefs. Black Ferns tomorrow. I'm just going to, because I'm going to close this off in a second.
Yeah,
Black Ferns playing Ireland tomorrow, 3 o'clock New Zealand time. How are the girls going to go?
They'll roll them by 20.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely be watching that. Oh, well, I suppose we'd be a go and watch this other rugby game that's going to come on in about, half an hour. Taranaki playing. Oh, shit. Who are they playing? Couple of guys, help me out.
Playing Manawa too, mate. It's the battle of what used to be Hurricanes territory.
That's right. I've picked Taranaki to win this by 20 points. So let's see if we can foresee the future.
No, the
Taranaki by 20. Okay, Marcus, how much?
Hey, I'd love to see the Turbos get up by 1 here, please.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I think Neil Barnes and the boys are rolling by 15. Oh, maybe 15 to 20 at least. 18, something like that.
So I'll leave it with this statement. And the statement is The guy that will never answer his phone. So very accurate statements, Mr. Marcus Howie. And great show, lads. Up the turbos. Well,
What Ranger Day.
he made my day coming on and actually talking to me. Hey, oh, by the way, just so the world knows, I work for Thames Valley. They never answer your phone.
He must be a Swamp Foxes fan, is he, old Scotty Day?
Scotty
He works
Day
for
is
them
the
too.
community manager
Oh, does he? Oh, right.
and assistant manager of the Thames Valley Swamp Foxes.
Oh, no, good on them.
He's been in that Thames Valley office since November 2019.
Oh, no, yeah, no, shout out to him. Yeah, obviously, him and David Harrison, the head coach, have got the boys firing. So, you know, good luck for the to their team for the semis and
Don't
the rest.
say
the rest of the
that.
campaign.
Don't, Mike, don't say that. You give him a big
why not?
head. You'll think he's
Why
doing
not?
something good.
Why not?
Anyway, Swamp Fox is up. Go the bush. Go the mighty red and whites. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to cut half an hour, turn into an hour 40 of me on the piss, listening to Marcus Howie.
See you on Friday. Au revoir. Marcus Howie out. Nice to meet you, mate. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, up the mighty men in mid. Up the mighty men in mid for this weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Okay, cheers, mate. We'll catch up with you.
See you.
And
Righto,
I'm gonna on this too. Bye. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you like us, you know the YouTube rubbish. Click below, say g'day, and follow our show. We'll be back on Tuesday to re-wrap this whole discussion and look at what's coming up. And until next week or until Tuesday, we'll see you all again later. Thanks for watching. Ka kite.